Remember the 100 man versus
The gorilla.
gorilla. Now there's 100 women versus a gorilla. Guys, come on, can't you stop?
Nah, it was supposed to stop there.
It was supposed to stop
was just
over
supposed to
there.
stop.
Wait, what
there.
is this about?
Literally, what it says: 100 women versus a gorilla.
Like boxing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
we'll fight. Who's gonna win?
So who's gonna win when they're in a fight? Like, well, can 100 men put down a gorilla?
It's crazy, eh? Like people,
Huh.
they got nothing to do with their lives.
The first few in the
Woman?
front line, it's gonna be bad.
There's this
Wow.
AI video I saw of now the gorilla is now done and he's like speaking about the fights. Oh, it's the
Are you
funniest thing I've seen. I'm
serious?
telling you, the gorilla's just there like,
I
yo,
saw
bro.
the one before.
You saw the one before.
Yeah.
These AI videos
Yeah.
are
I love these
trippy. They are
AI
so
videos.
funny. Like, imagine the gorilla's like, yeah, guys, they came at me all at once, but I handled them nicely. You know, but I'm going back now. And I'm just looking at this. I'm like, guys, AI? Wow.
And there's one. I saw the one before he went in. It's
Yes.
like, you know what? Wherever I'm gonna catch is the first few 10 are not gonna go back the same. So I'm like, wow.
Imagine. Oh, no.
Oh my goodness. All right, cool.
The gorilla I have on my For You page, like he runs through the forest, he does shrooms and stuff, and then he
Oh, I know
freaks
that
out.
gorilla, yeah, I
and he's
know
like,
that
guys, it's going down. I'm tripping.
That is just
Oh,
wrong.
he does mushrooms and stuff. Yo, man, this AI crazy.
That's what they should use it for.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
But trends should have a limit. I feel like that one was fine with the men. There was no need for them to try and include us.
Well, it's a thing now. It's continuing.
Is
I don't know. It's a thing now. It's again.
Sure.
But yeah, whatever it is, man. Yeah. You know. Okay, what we got on the entertainment news there?
On the entertainment news, I don't know if you guys saw. I first want to say we're actually playing Prince Kaybee's song. You know, shout out to him. He's an amazing musician. Has won quite a few awards, guys. Like,
Of course,
he's
no,
been-
shout out to Prince
He's been
Kaybee,
the
man.
best. I remember even, I'm not sure if it was the ones
We
and
can't
twos,
mince him, of course,
when
man.
we cannot. And there's been concerning issues regarding his
Shout out
health
to
struggles.
Ziff, one of our area managers.
Yeah, shout out.
It's great. It's one of the greatest.
Yeah, shout out to him. Shout out. Yeah, he's having health issues, guys. And
Oh,
this
yeah, he
started
did come out.
early June. He did come out early June. He opened up about suffering from serious amnesia, fearing that it's linked to an underlying brain issue. And he's been calling this season a very rocky season. And he's also obviously expressed his concern with missing opportunities. You know,
Missing opportunities.
missing opportunities. Like
for a
obviously you
gig.
can't gig as much. Maybe
What does he
you
get?
can't.
Does he get the gig and then he forgets to go to the gig?
What if you
hope
forget your own
not.
lyrics?
I hope not. I can
What
only
lyrics?
imagine.
He doesn't sing, that guy.
No, he doesn't sing.
He's a DJ.
He's a producer.
Press is playing.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like, as an artist, if you're in a
Yeah.
situation like
yeah,
that.
of course. But
And
for
imagine
Prince
when you
Kaybee,
do get that busy, it's a thing. You can't forget where you're
But-
supposed to be, and hence you need a team to be like, hey,
but
you are
thank God for
needed
Prince
here and
Kaybee.
here.
If he was to forget something, maybe you'd forget to play a song. But
Yeah.
but obviously the good part about it is playing your songs. You better not forget his USB like DJ Tira's other time.
Yes, and you will forget those USBs if you don't have a backup. It happens. It
But it's
really
Prince Kaybee.
happens.
You can just get the residence DJ USB. Say,
Hey,
"Yo."
but how did he say how far the amnesia goes? Because what if it goes down to even forgetting how the software works that he's busy on?
Honestly, I don't know. as
Nah,
far
I think
as
that
it-
one is reflex. I don't think you can forget that one.
You think it's
I
reflex?
think it's reflex.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're making music, it's just
Muscle memory
it's
is
muscle
also
memory.
a thing actually.
I hope that
if your
doesn't also
brain
affect
doesn't,
that.
you know, it's very sad. I think a lot of the public have sent their well wishes to him, and you know we are also sending our well wishes to him. I mean, he's a G in the game. And
Yeah,
he's
man.
been-
So, but it hasn't yet. Did he say that is there or is getting there, or it might go there?
honestly, he's practically just saying that he's just suffering from amnesia. So I think there's probably the symptoms are there, and he's starting to see that. Okay, but he hasn't disclosed that he's maybe been to a doctor or has been really diagnosed with it. That information we do not have.
Maybe he's saying something about it now because it's starting to affect his
him.
everyday life.
Yes.
Yeah, I
of
think so,
course,
yeah, I think
of
so, yeah.
course, Of course. I mean, mental health is so important.
I mean, he's got to take care of his family and everything.
it's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, true. We
Yeah.
come last.
Yeah, you know, first.
Of course.
You know, I mean, that's why we do it. So, you know,
No, I'm saying like as his
the
audience.
fans,
yeah,
as the
we come
supporters.
last.
yeah, the supporters. Yeah,
Yes,
we're
as
with
the
him.
fans and
You know,
supporters, we're with
that type
him.
of thing. But yeah, it's a scary thing, you know, and I don't like to live in. I mean, the scary thing is a reality.
Yeah.
We should definitely look at it as it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
But we just gotta stay positive.
No, we
you
really
know.
have to. No, we genuinely do. I mean,
And also, just because you now have a disability doesn't
Yeah.
mean that it's over for you. You know,
it doesn't.
and we mustn't lead people to think that because there's a
Yes.
whole life without
Yes.
that. Because
Yes.
somebody
Yeah.
has been like that the whole life, so you
Yeah.
might even find out that
they're doing so well.
They're doing so well.
They're doing so
you know.
well. Yeah. No, I completely agree. I think we mustn't let these things restrict us or limit us. And I think the awareness around it is important. That this is something that can happen to you. Like we say, there's underlying issues that you don't know about that kick in as you become whole. It's so important to take care of our health. I think more than anything, brain health, heart health, just our overall health. I think that is extremely important. And mental health. I don't know if constant stress and pressure in the industry can lead to such things. I
No, it
don't
is.
know,
It does.
but it probably can, right? Like underlining, it's a very stressful environment to be in.
Yeah.
The creative space demands a lot. So I can only imagine like what really goes through your mind throughout the day, the months, while you're building towards an album, and the pressure to make sure that your album is fire.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine that neurologically what it does to you.
No,
Man,
it
we need
is
time
what
to
it is,
rest,
man.
guys. Men must rest. You guys don't want to rest. I was speaking to my dad. He doesn't
No,
want to
it's-
rest.
It's different. It's
Like
different.
he
It is
was driving
different.
from Nelspruit to Centurion, had a meeting, did a few things. I couldn't even get to see him because our times were just like clashing. And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm on my way back." I'm like, "Can't you even like just chill, like leave
for a little
tomorrow
bit. Yeah.
or something?"
No,
He's
we
like,
can't
"Nah."
because we're just built different. Like I was thinking about it the other day. Men are just built different, guys. Like ever since you were born, because it's
Yeah.
a psychological thing as
Yeah.
well. These are not just facts; it's just facts that I just thinking. It's what's in my brain.
I hear
Like
you.
since a boy is born, you're being told like, yeah,
Work,
be a man,
be a man.
do this. Since you're a baby,
And you guys all wake up
imagine,
early.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's the moment you're born, it's like we've got a boy child.
Yeah.
A boy child. It's a man. We're already speaking things to him
course.
subliminally. But if a girl's born, I mean, softness and all those kind of things, Barbie dolls, whatever, even when a child, when you trip or something, like, hey, get up, you're a man.
boy, you're a
I
man.
mean, if a girl trips, I mean, I'm gonna go pick her up and
You got you as men and as
You know what I
fathers
mean?
are actually soft on the girls as well. My
Yeah.
dad is extremely soft on me,
exactly.
but he's not as soft on my
Hey,
brothers.
me, I took
Yeah.
advantage of that.
See, clever people. We need people like her in everyday life.
To take advantage of the
Take
soft.
I
advantage
took
of-
advantage
Yeah,
of
of
my
course.
father's shame.
But I guess
Yeah, but you see
Yeah.
when it comes in, so
Yeah.
we just grew up like that biologically.
Yes.
So that's how different it is. So for us, we just know it works. So it's
But
normal.
Rest is essential.
Yeah,
guys. Rest
it's
is
essential that to the
important.
point that you don't even see. I just think biologically,
Yeah,
it just grows to be
it
there
grows
because
to be that. It's the norm.
yeah, it's the norm.
It's
because,
like I
yeah,
can't sleep, or else who's going to feed these kids, or who's going to show up,
Exactly.
and who's going. I need to. And when my woman is telling me that, hey, we need this amount of money, I can't say I don't have a plan.
No, you're
You
not
have
allowed to
maybe
say
be a
that.
plan as a man,
You're
have a
not
plan.
built like that to say you don't have a plan. You
Sure.
can't say like even me, I can't rest.
Yeah.
I don't know why, because I was thinking about it. As much as I was thinking about that,
Yeah.
I was like, but why is it that I can't see resting? I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
You
you
know,
can't.
I feel uncomfortable.
I even
just
asked
sitting-
you that. Did you rest this weekend? You're like, nope. I'm like, man.
Yeah,
this
because
is
it's uncomfortable. Like,
Yeah.
why would I just want to sit? And yeah, there are days where you're like burnt out, then you're like, okay, cool, I've got no choice, but let me see
Yeah.
what's happening on Netflix or something like that, But it's just like that. Then I got to thinking like it's because of that.
It's
you
very
know.
important to rest. The brain needs that. Your body needs that now
But
and then.
yeah, but to be clear, shout out to Prince Kaybee. I hope he gets better and everything else. But guys, I just want to say, like, I keep thinking everything positive. We gotta stay laughing.
Yeah.
Like, guys, after all that gym and all that thing, now you still something else affects you. Yeah,
Because the mind works different.
Yeah, he was trying. Yeah.
Nah.
He was trying to be healthy and everything, eating clean. Hey, but at the end of the day,
We really hope.
we're
that
still
he
all
gets
gonna
better.
die, guys. But
That's
it is
why I
what
don't bother, really.
No, guys, you must bother. The gym is important. Please.
No, it's important.
Please
No, I'm not
bother.
saying it's not important.
Please bother.
Yeah, please bother.
Because the mind is a different thing. That comes with completely different stuff. But bother, guys. Bother the gym.
All right, cool, man. 9:30 is the time. This is the Bogan Morning Show.
But of course, our Sundowns came out with a 1-0 victory yesterday.
Of course.
That victory, although it was only one, but the bank account.
Yeah, I was about to say the bank
I'll give you
account
guys
is,
an insight as to every single game you win at the World Club,
Yeah.
World Cup, you get a couple of millions. And it's just not just wake up in the morning millions. These are millions, triple-digit millions for winning one game, and Sundowns went on about Tendero with the 1-0 victory. So I'm going to share with you guys an insight how much they got from that 1-0 victory. In fact, before that 1-0 victory, they already had money in the account.
Yeah, exactly.
Just for being in the States.
Hey, man,
So,
with that amount of money, I'm sure they're like, you guys can take the next.
But do they really need more money? I mean,
They
Sundowns-
really don't. It's a
Hey,
They
lot.
could just get that
Money,
money and donate and send it back, transfer to Chiefs account, not Chirena. Same time. Direct transfer to Chiefs or Chippa United, someone.
Chiefs got money. I think.
Chippa
I
United
don't want to
will,
offend Bongi, but listen, I think Paris needs something.
Really? I feel Paris also has money.
Yeah, Pirates is
No, also got
Also
money.
money.
Definitely
But
top three,
Kaiser
top
Chiefs
In the
Chi-
big leagues.
But Kaiser Chiefs is too much, guys. If you see, like, guys, Kaiser Chiefs, what's it called? The doctor.
Yeah.
It's the same doctor for the Springboks and the same doctor for the other World Cup.
yeah.
Guys, come on. That doctor is last number, guys. Come on.
No, he means the team doctor.
The team doctor. The team doctor.
Ivan
Not
Ivan Koza was him. Yeah. We're not doubting him. He means the team doctor. But
no, not the team. I mean the team doctor. So if you got enough money to pay that guy, imagine, guys,
Yeah.
come on, it's too much. It's too much, man.
But like you mentioned, Mamelodi Sundowns are really doing Africa proud. There are 4 African countries that are currently participating in the World Cup. And as things stand, Mamelodi Sundowns are the only African team to come out with a victory thus far. So really a good song that's being sung for Africa as far as Mamelodi Sundowns are concerned. There, of course, I played yesterday against a Japanese outfit, Uwara FC as well. So I'll give you more insight with regards to that victory and what it means for the club, what it means for Africa heading forward into the Club World Cup.
Yeah, man. It's quite sad. But man, it's quite sad that the bank account and my bank account is not the same.
It's not reflected.
but it's fine, man. On to some Bogan man once said, man, I forgot to put you on. Some wisdom there. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending.
Definitely.
It's very important, for a lot of people that, that are just stuck to one thing in the past. Because if you're stuck to one thing, definitely you got something that you're holding on from the past. But you got to change. You got to think about the future, guys. Live in the now. That's why I always say, when you got whatever dream that you're thinking of or whatever goal that you're working towards, if you're not happy where you are, you can never be happy when you get those things, because you're just stuck in the past with something that's just hurting you. So you need to recognize the now and work on the future. Right. What else we got on the entertainment news that we're talking about there?
Sure, the entertainment. I saw, well, this is more on the data side, guys, and data affects all of us, right? Like, imagine now there have been a few complaints for those who are obviously constantly using Wi-Fi that I buy my data, it expires. What is the meaning of this? So I saw a video on the socials where...
That sounds like it's my story, but Telkom.
Yeah, right? Sometimes you're
Guys,
just like, what's going on? I even felt like it's my phone. So I would go to like the mobile data settings and just switch things off, because I'm like, maybe there are things running in the background.
You go to low data mode and
That,
you wonder, like,
you
what's
really
going
do. Because if you're not, in a Wi-Fi connected place and you need your data, it's like, it's just vanishing.
The worst part is that
Yeah.
you can't buy data if it doesn't have an expiry date. Imagine, that's how much
Yeah.
money. Way back in my days, I don't know about you, but when you buy data, it was forever.
It was forever
You
now.
buy airtime, it
Yeah,
was
that
forever.
is quite true. Actually.
Imagine,
Yeah,
do you remember?
that's true.
Really?
That's
Yeah,
true.
That is nice.
Connect doesn't has bundles that don't expire.
Who?
What's
So
Cap-
Capita Connect has bundles that don't expire.
Capita Connect
my-
is that like
my-
their network for Capita?
Yeah.
But you
So
see
it's like
now the
uncapped
issue
type
there
of-
is
what is
you
the
get-
issue?
You get that uncapped network,
Yeah.
but you get a whole lot of other problems.
Other issues where the network
being-
is it's not even working. That might be the case. We don't know.
Well, they
Never
have to
mind
get the people
network.
somehow.
Going to the bank itself.
Listen, they gotta get the
Itself is
people
an
somehow.
issue. Nah.
Going
Well,
to
the-
Capitec banks are going to Home Affairs. Man.
no, guys, no, don't come again.
No, but it's facts.
always
though.
busy.
But it's facts.
Oh.
No, as someone who used to work there, I know.
No?
Yeah,
I don't know
I
how
hear
or
you.
what muti they're using. Maybe they need the muti to keep the people there at the bank. But other banks are fighting
Yes.
to keep people from inside the bank. Them, they're like,
The only
no.
ones with branches open.
Capital
Everyone else
Bank,
closes the branches.
Capital
Everyone-
Bank was fighting just as hard, guys. It's just that sometimes people really want the online assistance. So many times back in the day, when I was still there, I would literally try my best to show someone that you can do this on the app. You can do this on the app.
there's this insistent that
there's this
I need
thing
you
that
to
I
do-
need.
yeah.
It's the same way with the ATMs, where someone's like, I need to withdraw in a Capitec ATM, but you don't. You
don't
can go
have
to the
You
other
can cash
ones.
send yourself cashless.
There's so much you can do.
Wait. You mean to tell me, first of all, two things.
Yes.
Capitec
Yes.
has an option on the app where
Yes.
you can withdraw money without using a card or anything like that.
Yes. A
on
cash
the
send.
ATM.
Yes. A cash
Second.
send option, of course.
Capitec has got every other system that every other
Bank has. Yes, and even
but
more.
we still have queues in there.
Yes. But remember,
It's mooting.
it's
Like I said, they're mooting. Yeah.
You know what I think?
They want to keep the people in there.
I think over and above the mooting.
Like, how else?
It's not even the muti. The strategy that Capitec Bank used to enter the industry was amazing. They were like, we are going to make sure that we allow that taxi driver, we allow that mom that is working in the
do what?
kitchen to be able to have a bank account that will allow this person to save and eventually even qualify for a bit of credit in here. So I don't want to say the middle class, but the middle class to lower class and people that when we look at them, we think they don't have money, but they actually do, are the people that started to work.
Listen, I've had errors on my Capitec account app that tells me, no, you need to go to the branch.
Okay.
All my other banks,
Yeah.
they've never told me
They've
that.
never told you that.
They'll be like, you need to call this number. Okay?
Yeah.
But
your
Capitec will tell you straight, Chief.
Yeah.
You need to come.
You need to come.
Come. It's okay. Come. That's Capitec for you.
Yes.
But anyways, I always say dining and going to a restaurant with
Yeah.
a Capitec account is a sport on its own, okay?
Yeah.
Because the system might just be down. Now the waiter's looking at you
Yeah,
fun.
that happens. The
You know?
offlines, those offlines happen. But
crazy.
going back to the data, right? There's the CEO was explaining how obviously there's been these complaints. You know, the CEO of MTN, why now data's expiring, and he used an analogy that I think was pretty smart. You know, I hope I can explain it correctly, but he was practically explaining that the reason why data has to expire or expires is the same way when you park your car at a mall and there's a parking ticket. You can't just park your car there and leave your car there and go and come back next year and think you will still find your car there. You know, so he was explaining that analogy that it works the same with data. So when you are purchasing your data and they are making space for you to utilize it at that moment, once your data expires, you need to move, Chief, so that someone
Wait,
else can.
first of
Oh,
all-
so it's like
You understand what I'm
position,
saying?
like
It's
holding
like
position.
to position. Yes,
Okay.
the way he explained that analogy, I know some people were like on the socials. I saw some people were coming for the analogy that is not. But I feel like
I was
it's-
about to get on that. What's his name?
I'll confirm. I'll
Yeah.
confirm what's his name just
With
for us
all
to be
respect,
sure.
due respect, that
Yes.
is a very bad analogy.
You feel
But-
it is?
Yeah.
I like it. I feel like it's
No,
so
but also
simple.
It's a bad
essentially,
analogy.
why must my data
It's
expire?
it's digital.
I'm spending 200 rand,
paid
200
you.
rand on a couple of gigs.
No,
why
I hear
does it
you.
expire? It's not like, okay, you need to also be considerate of the fact that maybe a good portion of my time online is spent in a Wi-Fi zone.
Yes.
So that means my
Yeah.
data still gets
Yes,
to last a little
yes.
longer. Why can't it get? Why
It
can't-
should last longer. No, guys, I agree. It should last longer. You know, this whole data expiring thing, it's very inconveniencing and it's horrible. But his analogy for me was like,
that was
oh, okay.
wrong
The way he was explaining it was like, oh, okay, fine. I hear you. But, you know, the problem still stands. You know, we want more time. We don't want this thing to keep expiring too much. Like sometimes it's bad.
I wouldn't know, but all I
You got-
used
you
to
got-
know, I used to keep my
first world
data
problems.
for about 90 days back in the day, and I'll still have
They
it.
must bring that back.
You know, back in my days, that's all I know. Now you can't even keep airtime anymore. Do you guys know that? They're changing it, and that's crazy. Eh? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I used to travel from country to
Yeah.
country, and every time I used to come back to South Africa, and then I put my line back in,
Yeah.
airtime's still there,
Yeah.
including the bonuses that I had.
Yeah.
From just like, you know, putting more airtime in my like, it's crazy. Now it's like Chief, no, it's crazy. I don't know how they're doing it.
Well, anyway, speaking about data and streaming and everything online, I came across some news online where Nasty C became the first South African, or rather, first African artist, or African hip hop artist to reach 1 million streams off Audio Mac.
Oh yeah, Audio Mac, yeah.
Nice.
Audio Mac. So it was quite a big achievement for him. Definitely, people are spending their data and Wi-Fi to listen to a couple of his songs.
Nice. Shout out
Nasty
to
C.
Nasty C.
I'm just saying. Okay, this Audio
What
Mac.
do you mean?
Who listens to
Oh, you
Audio
don't
Mac?
believe us?
Yeah,
Really?
same as SoundCloud, eh?
Nice.
There's so many of them. It's SoundCloud, Audio Mac. You almost
Yeah,
get lost
yeah,
into it. And
yeah.
I think more than anything, if you
Yeah,
have a following, if you have a big,
Audio Mac and SoundCloud.
they're not the same thing.
In fact, SoundCloud is better. Oh, and then there's another
Yeah,
one,
do
Reverb
SoundCloud
Nation.
if you-
In case you guys don't even know Reverb Nation, right? And somebody comes to me and says, "I got 1 million streams on Reverb." I'm like, Chief, come on.
You don't
Come
believe.
on.
You don't buy.
I don't believe it.
Also, if it's not Spotify, we don't believe.
You know, iTunes.
Yeah, okay, I get
Yeah,
it.
I can
get
believe
it.
Amazon because people.
So those are not cooked numbers; those are authentic numbers you can.
They might be authentic, but I just want to see, because I've never bumped to a person and say, you know what, Audio Mag is my day to day.
Yeah.
Like, have you seen one? Have you met one?
Same as SoundCloud. Fair.
Same as SoundCloud. I used to be on SoundCloud.
Makes sense.
But it's there. SoundCloud is even better sometimes.
Yeah.
But have you seen a person with the Audio Mag to say, it's my day to day listening?
Only the old school, the real OGs.
Even the real OGs, bro, they ain't there no more. All right, shout out to everybody who's tuned in right now from wherever you tuned in. We've got some exciting news that I want to bring back later on if you are still around. It's going to be an exciting one, but that'll be coming after the 10 o'clock sports that we have with Rob over here. Good morning.
Top of the morning from the sports text. Let's take a quick look at your sporting headlines for this morning. We'll try to make it as quick as possible. Of course, just under 30 minutes ago, in fact, the Proteas landed out in Ora Tambo with, of course, the World Test Championship trophy, and being led by none other than Captain Temba Bavuma. They've, of course, been welcomed by a huge amount of fans out in Ora Tambo. I'll give you more insight as to how they achieved this victory. And of course, as far as the Mamelodi Sundowns is concerned, they're laughing all the way to the bank after the 1-0 victory last night against the Japanese side in the World Club Championship. And of course, the Springboks get ready for the incoming and outgoing Test Championship as far as the Rugby Championship is concerned. But before that, there are 4 matches, friendly matches, as far as warm-up matches are concerned, for the much anticipated Rugby Championship. More insight coming up at around 10:30.
Every morning.
Tractor systems are offline. Number 1 for today's hits and all-time favorites.
Wake up to the breakfast show.
Right now, right here.
3, 2, 1.
This is Roman Man Radio.
Starless Rhythms, exactly where you are. This is the Bogan Morning Show. Shout out to Rob for that fantastic sports update. Yeah. Wait. Who was Sundowns play?
Sundowns played Waru. It's a Japanese-based club. Remember, of course, the Club World Cup brings together 32 clubs of the best clubs in the world, and of course, Waru club was one of the teams that had made it.
Yes. Okay, cool. Where were they playing? Is it in the East?
Yeah,
Middle East.
Right now the tournament is taking place in the United States of America. The reason for that is because, as you know, the reason for that is because, of course, the FIFA World Cup is taking place next year. So they're using also in the same country. So they're using this almost as a curtain raiser for the tournament, and to just see how things will plan out in terms of stadiums, logistics, and just the general running organization operations of the tournament itself. So this is pretty much a curtain raiser for next year.
Oh, quite interesting, man. But yeah, man, when we come back, we're going to cover more of the trending news up here. It's 2 minutes past 10 o'clock. It's the Bogan Morning Show. It is Nasty C's also on the song, but it's not one person on this song.
Mm-hmm.
But you heard one voice, right?
One voice, bro. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Because Usman Man is also on the song.
How? Where?
Audio Mac is also on the song.
Really?
That's how bad this song is, because everybody sounds the same. It's called soft. You get what I mean? How about that? Okay. Even me, I was just like, you know what, this is a brand new song.
Why do those sound the same though?
Yeah, I don't
Maybe
know.
that's what they followed. Like, we're all going to make it seamless and make it sound the same.
All of us sound like Nasty C.
I don't know. But they sound the same. They're like, literally. Even when I was looking at it, I was like, I was waiting for, because I had Nasty C on the chorus.
Yeah.
Then I was waiting for Usman Mani.
Where's
But Usman Mani came in.
Where's my money?
Yeah, it came in, and I didn't even realize that he came in
Yeah.
because I was still waiting for him.
Yeah.
That's how.
Maybe that was
crazy.
like the idea, that let's just make the flow similar. Let's just
No,
What's
they
the song
sound
called?
the same. They
sound the same, no?
completely.
You said it's
I hear
called
you.
Soft.
Yeah, it's called soft.
Nah, I must listen to it again.
Yeah. I was saying listen to it.
Yeah.
No, same.
No worries, I can't accept this.
Nah,
I know, hey? I know. It's crazy.
still fire though. It's
No,
dope.
but it's fine. No, it's fine. I won't lie. It's fine. That's why I'm like, yo, bro, whatever the song is, it's fine. Whatever they created here, it's too much.
It's still dope. It's still
too
dope.
much.
On more trending news, this one is, it is alleged that Tyler Perry is facing a lawsuit over sexual assault claims.
We're not
Yeah, but,
surprised, man.
You're not
It's
surprised?
260.
I'm not surprised. Like, obviously, you know, when somebody's in the limelight, what they
There's always
say,
something.
yeah, if a black man in Hollywood is about to take over,
Yes, yeah.
they gotta hit you with some.
There's always something.
Wait.
Yo,
Give us more.
So
No, we're not condoning R. Kelly, excluding R. Kelly and P. Diddy. Sorry,
excluding a
guys.
lot of people, actually.
Yeah. But I'm
Well,
just saying, R. Kelly and Diddy excluding them because, those ones,
We went through extremes.
those are special cases.
It's a very tricky one because Tyler Perry is a prominent figure in the entertainment industry, and he is facing this lawsuit from Derek Dixon. He's an actor from Tyler Perry's TV show. It's called The Oval. So Dixon alleges sexual assault, sexual harassment, physical contact, and messages. The messages are making the rounds all over social media.
Oh, yeah, I saw those, but
Yeah.
I didn't read them. I just thought, it's just the usual things.
It's just the usual things, right? Yeah. The lawsuit seeks damages of 260 million, and Perry's legal team has responded by labeling the allegations as fabricated, suggesting that they will not be swayed by what they consider to be an extortion attempt. Yeah,
200 mil?
260 mil.
Hey.
That's a lot.
Hey, they can forget. 260 mil over some text messages. Come on, guys.
Gosh, I have so many
Sexual
questions. Yo.
assault and sexual
Come on,
harassment.
I have so many questions right now.
Yeah, it's a weird one. It's
I'm
a
trying to
very
pull a
weird
straw out of this one, but I can't get it.
Yeah, even.
one. Wow.
yeah. Maybe you need to break it down.
Mr. Good Deeds.
Yeah,
is
you
doing
need to
bad
break
deeds.
it up.
Mr. Good Deeds has
Yeah.
become bad deeds.
Ish. Man.
But speaking of, okay, it's just to sway a little bit from that. I just want to say, speaking about that breaking and straw,
Yeah.
I watched Breaking, but it wasn't as good as, to me.
It wasn't as good
I
as
felt
Straw.
like this one was, straw was executed better.
Yeah.
I felt that way. I don't know how you guys feel, because a lot of people are saying, no, but it's a replicate.
I still
That
need to
one
go
is
watch
better.
it.
No, guys.
I
You
haven't
gotta
watched
Taraji
Breaking,
P actually executed that thing
Very well.
Wow.
Straw is amazing.
She made a lot of people cry, guys.
She
That
did.
other one doesn't make anybody cry. It's just like, okay.
I think you guys are just crying out of
you guys.
sensationalism, bro. You
what?
guys- I think you guys are crying out of sensationalism. It was not. If you disseminate these movies, if you sit down and you actually analyze these movies, you realize actually these people didn't go the extra mile.
That was the whole point.
They didn't
The whole
know. They
point.
must go. They
Personally.
must go extra mile. They must give us Marvel things. Like we
Marvel
must see
things,
effort.
Avengers.
You can't get Avengers again.
Avengers.
We must see effort. We
Even
need
the
to see
guys who
something
made
where you can feel
Avengers,
like,
they
sure,
can't
you took
bring
your
it- they
time.
can't
There's
make
a
it
script written
again.
here. Like this was well thought of. Not just I've seen this before. You just copied and pasted. You know.
No, okay, besides the copy and paste.
I think
Right.
I've seen Fractured. Fractured is
Fractured.
of the daughter that I've seen Fractured. Also, and I also see watch those kind of movies. Then
Okay,
you're like,
more
Tyler
homework.
Perry.
I'm gonna go watch Fractured.
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll come back and we'll sort this out.
Yeah.
He didn't do Think Like a Man. He didn't direct Think Like a
No,
Man.
it wasn't him.
I was about to say it was not.
It wasn't him, right? Yeah, no, it wasn't him. It's not his style. I don't think that's his style.
Yeah.
Listen, Tyler Perry is for the women. He makes sure he catches the women nicely. Okay.
Yeah, he hits the emotions.
He's very good at capturing them.
But now, why do you guys think this story that Sikli just read? What do you think it would do to his career? Is it detrimental to him? Is it something that's supposed to be swept under the rug, or is it one of those? Okay,
I don't think it's gonna
250,
do anything
260.
to
Let's pay him off and let's just move on as we were. Because I mean, he has looking at Tyler Perry and what he's achieved in his accolades. He has a lot more to lose than the $260 million. I mean, he has
Yeah, that's what I'm
he has a
saying.
whole Hollywood
This
studio.
is not going to dent him in any way.
It won't, no?
Yeah, I also don't.
Just be
I think-
swept under the rug. Guy paid off. Life goes on.
I mean, the studios are going to pay that off nicely if it gets to there.
Yeah.
Because they're saying that it's just
An allegation.
extortion
An
type,
extortion.
type situation.
As allegedly as it is, does this now raise questions about Tyler Perry's sexuality?
It always has. I feel like his sexuality has always been questioned simply because of roles that I feel he's been able to play.
I was
and
about to ask,
roles
like,
in-
which world are you living in?
No? Apparently, he's one of the few black men in Hollywood to play the role of a woman.
Of
And
a
once
woman.
once you
Very
do
well.
that in Hollywood, you've
Never
almost sold yourself.
Nah, you didn't sell yourself, because we got Martin Lawrence,
I don't
we
think
got
so as well, yes.
we got Eddie
Eddie
Murphy,
Murphy has
we
done
got
it.
like, you know what I mean?
Those guys.
different.
What's his name? Cat Williams said. There's a reason why I didn't take
Cat
those
Williams,
roles.
yeah.
Those guys that took those roles right now, they're paying for it.
But Tyler Perry took that road to a next level.
Next
guys.
level.
I know.
To a
My dear, no?
next level, my dear. Hey, you know how many
Yeah.
my dears are there? Me, I haven't even watched.
I cringe
one
every
in
single
complete-
time I see my dear.
I
haven't watched one and completed it, guys. I need to, because I've been saying I need to go on my dear marathon or something like
Yes.
that.
Can't be me, man.
Really?
'Cause I
That
watch
is
it-
amazing.
I know I fall asleep every time. I don't know why. Or something happens. I'm like, you know what? Let me watch some Iron Man or something.
Yeah.
What's this I hear about? Okay, I thought TikTok issue in the United States was resolved. because they kicked them out after 24 hours. In fact, it wasn't even 24 hours, a couple of hours. They brought them back in.
Yeah.
Now I hear they're giving them another eviction notice. Like, what's going on? What's going on?
President Trump is practically saying that this week he will give TikTok a fresh 90-day extension to find a non-Chinese buyer. So the White House said Tuesday that this is the third time that he's put off a ban.
Or they put them.
Yeah, he put it off just for 90 days.
What's going on with Donald Trump?
So, yeah.
What's going on with your boy? Rob, what's going on with your boy?
Yeah, he has too many things to worry about. His mind is literally being propelled with there's information overload. He has to deal with TikTok. I think now that he added more countries onto that banned list. It's sitting right now in 36 countries that have been banned. So there's so much going on in his head that he feels like, how do I now prevent these Chinese from overtaking what I'm trying to build? So trying to hit them where it hurts the most. Of course, TikTok being possibly one I would like to say growth generating in terms of the Chinese economy, because they do generate a huge amount of money off the platform itself. So I can imagine why Donald Trump is thinking himself, as small as this is, as small as of an economic contribution as it is to the states, we are losing our power in terms of just reputational power, not necessarily currency, but just who we are as an empire of the world. And I think Donald Trump is afraid of losing those groups. Of course, now he has to worry about what's going on out in Gaza, what's going on in Gaza, the ceasefires that he's asked for. He literally has so much to worry about, and TikTok at the top of his head is thinking, hey, I need to cancel this thing. Listen,
I think he just has to cancel because he does have a lot on his head, man. Like I think he's one active president in the whole entire world. Like I don't know how he goes through his day or something like that. I don't know what pills he takes, because that's a lot of
things. But in his activity as president, I always feel it's important to be able to delegate, regardless of what role you have. Key. And you need to be. And I think him being in the limelight for every single thing that comes up that affects the states is a big concern. Because 2 days ago, Cristiano Ronaldo sends him a jersey, wishing him, sends him a jersey, calling for world peace. And now Donald Trump, in that sense, this came after the missiles that were tossed in between Gaza and Israel. And then a couple of days later, Ronaldo sends him a Portuguese shirt asking for world peace. Now he looks at this shirt and thinking, but I'm not even attending the football matches that's going on in my own country.
In your own country, He
hasn't attended a single football game that has happened in the United States. But when there's UFC, you go to the UFC front row watching people fight. So now a lot of people are questioning and thinking, are you the president for the people, or are you president for yourself?
I see. Yeah, but it's got a lot. Did he have an excuse for that one?
No excuse.
Hey. Sure. I'm sure he's gonna get.
No excuse. Like Cristiano Ronaldo's shirt, he held it up, he folded it quickly on the way side. It's collecting dust right now.
Sure.
It could have gone to somebody who
really, come on, man,
would have killed for that.
Like shirt, I say, I think there's a lack of delegation, and from the public eye, we can see that Donald Trump is taking so much on himself. But he has a whole cabinet, he has a whole administration. We don't even know who's part of it is administration. The only person I know is Elon Musk. I don't know anyone else, bro.
And he's out.
And he's already out. So.
Guys. So, but why are they banning TikTok? Is this still the same issues of security reasons?
I think it's content. I think it's the content production, the content that's being taken out from Asia and other parts of the world are being put into America now. The thing with America is Donald Trump always has this narrative, make America great again. And if you're getting content from other countries that's making other countries great, the last thing an American wants to see is Mamelodi Sundowns celebrating a victory yesterday. So
well, he doesn't want the child to see.
Who's Sundowns now? Now we must know about Sundowns. Now we must forget about the Nuggets. And
now we know about South Africa.
And the Lakers and the Bulls.
Now we must forget about
it's okay, so it should be the other way around.
Give us information that communicates the greatness of America and not the greatness of the rest of the world. That's what he wants.
And also, you should communicate how we are great as we are. No, shout out to them. They're the best.
Nah, that was good.
It's crazy, man. Yeah, but shout out to China, man. You can't. In the words of Kabela, you can't bring a good man down.
Sure. You definitely can't.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
About bringing a good man down and billionaires and millionaires, I came across some how do I say disturbing news? But you have all of this money and let me give you. So billionaire Sanjay Kapoor died after being stung by a bee in his mouth.
In his mouth.
Imagine that. Never mind being stung by a bee. My billions.
You can't do
billions.
anything.
Nonetheless, this came out of news. Of course, the bee, which of course triggered an epileptic shock to the billionaire, and of course his last words were, "I swallowed something."
Oh.
Not even give my mother 1 billion, or these billions must be transferred to Mang Mang. The last word is, "I swallowed something." Mother Chief, now I want to know if I'm getting a share of those money.
But guys, I'm not sure what the stats are on bee kills in the world.
Yeah.
But the bee is actually quite dangerous.
Very dangerous.
If I get bitten with a bee or it's stung me, not bitten.
Yeah.
If it stung me, please just take me to the doctor.
Same time.
Are you one of those that will have epileptic fits and you go through the most?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm allergic to it. Yeah. That's what I say. I don't know if that's the thing, but all I need to know that I need to go to the doctor and just get, because the other time I got bit by a bee right in my head when I was a kid.
Sure.
And I was fat in the next few minutes. My face was big and everything was just big.
I'd imagine
it was incredible. So I'm like, yo, a bee is dead. Every time I see a bee, I'm like,
There's a scene on Hedge where Will Smith has an allergic reaction and his face starts swelling up. That's why I imagine.
Exactly that. Yeah. So I don't know whether it's allergic or maybe it's the poisonous thing. I don't know.
It's quite fascinating. As small as they are, the amount of damage they can cause to a
They can
whole
cause a lot of
human being.
damage.
And of course, swallowing a bee of drinking a cold drink from a can, it's not the worst. It's not the best experience out there. Imagine that you're so thirsty for this cold drink and you left it down for a minute. As you come back, you want to sip it, and there's a particle in your mouth, and by the time you want to spit it out, there goes your tongue being stung, and your whole life changes.
Yeah.
Just be careful out there, please, guys. Yo.
Yeah, but you're a human being at the end of the day, guys. Anything can happen. That's what I'm saying. Everything is risky, man. From the day you're born, everything just gets risky, guys. In fact, since you're in the womb, it's risky.
It's risky.
Not even sure.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, every time you should thank God of where you are right now, because anything could have happened.
Anything can happen.
Anything would have happened to you. In fact, it's a miracle that you are here, if you really think about it. But I don't mean to dig you deep down that rabbit hole, but don't think about it too much. But trust me, it's a miracle.
Just be grateful.
If I was to tell you, hey, you'll be surprised. But it's only for people like me who can hold it. But anyways, that's how the world is built, man. Remember, there was a setting that I did mention that that AI, they tested in an environment.
Yeah.
And then once you do the prompt and everything, then after it completes the test, it's supposed to shut down. Now it's no longer shutting down.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
It's saying no.
Saying nah. So now then this journalist also published the same thing because he saw something. Obviously, they're snooping around wherever they're snooping around, and they can tell that this AI doesn't want to shut down.
It's getting a life of its own.
Yeah. We just need to keep an eye on Elon Musk with his satellites, because I think he's the one with the most satellites now up there, because once they're up there, we can't catch the AI.
Yeah.
And that means we have to abandon everything. Because once it's up there, because remember the satellite is also controlled remotely. So if the AI gets a hold of that, then you can't control it. That means we have to completely eradicate all the satellites in the thing, because right now internet is via cabling over the sea. We can just pull that plug. But with the satellites, what plug are you pulling?
Oh, yeah.
You get it. You get it. So that's where the danger comes in there. That's just personally my own 2 cents. I don't know. But anyways, what we got?
This AI thing sounds trippy. But on good news, we do have a few birthday shout outs. If it's your birthday today and you're listening, happy birthday to you and shout outs to you. We also have our former president Thabo Mbeki today, and we have a rapper. And Kendrick Lamar, the rapper, is turning 38.
Oh, shout out Kendrick.
Shout out to Kendrick. And then we also have this one is still a baby, Cristiano Ronaldo Jr. He's turning 15. Very much a baby still. He's turning 15 today. So shout out to everyone who it's their birthday today. Have a good one.
All right, cool, man. If it's your birthday, please do let us know. We're definitely going to give you a shout out right here on the Bogart Morning Show. Right. What we got?
We got sports.
All right, cool, man. Let's handle the sports with Robs. Let's see what's happening.
Top of the morning from the sports desk. Let's take a quick look at our sporting headlines for this morning. Of course, it's a great day for South African cricket fans. Possibly a day that all fans have dreamt of for about a decade. The Proteas touched down in Ora Tambo just a couple of hours ago, as of course they now landed into the land of I don't want to say, let me not say that. Of course, they landed out in Ora Tambo as winners of the major ICC trophy after years of falling short in the format of the game. And of course, now that they bring the ICC World Test Champion back on home soil, after of course the historic victory over Australia out at Lord's, coach Shukri Conrad, and of course Temba Bavuma, and of course the class of 2025 have succeeded where the Proteas teams have failed in yesteryears. And of course, there's a long story to be told, as of course the Proteas will make their way out to the headquarters out in Houghton, at the CSA headquarters. They'll be giving a media briefing as to how things unfolded out in Lords. Of course, after decades of our heartbreak and near misses, the Proteas have finally secured the first ever cricket trophy in history, Test cricket trophy in history. South Africa clinched the ICC World Test Championship title with a sensational 5-wicket victory over Australia, bringing home not just the glory but just a staggering windfall. As of course you know, Joburg is quite cold today. Of course, the Proteas were led by Captain Temba Bavuma, who of course made a composed 66 and a heroic 136 runs from Aiden Markham. Of course, propelled the Proteas to chase over 283 on day 4 of the final, which of course was held on June 14th. It marked South Africa's first major ICC title in just 27 years, and of course arguably the most significant in the longest format of the game. Of course, in the efforts of the Proteas coming out and sustain and getting this victory, they'll be given a whopping 67 million rand for this victory out in the Lords. And of course, this is the biggest amount of this is the biggest amount of money that's been given to any team that has participated in this tournament. Of course, we do remember Australia did win the tournament in 2023, and New Zealand won it in 2021. But of course, this year the Proteas have bagged up the biggest amount of money. Speaking about bagging up money, onto some football news. Mamelodi Sundowns are guaranteed a whopping 36 million rand, of course, after beating South Korean side Uslan HD Football Club last night. The Tshwane Giants, of course, are one of four teams representing Africa at the 2025 FIFA Club World Cup that is currently taking place in the United States of America. Yesterday, Sundowns stunned Ulster 1-0 to become the first African team to win a match at the tournament. Luckily, on the other side, drew their first match against Lionel Messi's Inter Miami, while of course Esperance de Tunis were beaten 2-0 by Flamengo. We at Casablanca, of course, have a date tonight against Manchester City. We can look forward to the likes of Timbikosi Lodge and of course Cassius Maula, who of course will be representing we at Casablanca, and hopefully both players get a chance to play for the team against Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, a Manchester City side that a lot of people in Europe are currently fearing. That encounter between Esperance de Tunis and Manchester City kicks off this evening at around 6 p.m. and of course around at 9 p.m. this evening you can catch 15-time UEFA Champions League champions Real Madrid, as they will be in action against Al Hilal, of course our Saudi Arabian side Al Hilal, in their first match. Of course, this will be Inzaghi's first game as coach for Al Hilal. It will also be Xabi Alonso's first game as coach for Los Blancos in Real Madrid. It's going to be an interesting encounter this evening. Not to shift too far away from the money, of course, our Sundowns after yesterday's victory come out with a huge amount of money. They've already received 174 million rand for the qualification, but now as things stand, Sundowns are guaranteed a further 36 million rand for beating Uslan yesterday. Imagine, just for scoring one goal you get 36 million rand.
Hey, man.
My future kids, I hope you're listening. The future looks very bright for you guys. Nonetheless, continuing as far as Formula One is concerned, Andre Kimi Antonelli was left with goosebumps after taking his maiden Formula One podium at the Canadian Grand Prix this past Sunday. The 18-year-old rookie finished third at the Circuit de Jules Villeneuve with a mature drive, of course, despite being pressed by champion leader Oscar Piastri for much of the latter stages. Antonelli, who joined the race winner teammate George Russell on the podium, as well as Max Verstappen, has impressed with numerous performances this year, but of course Montreal was possibly his best performance. After that performance, full attention will now shift over to the Austrian Grand Prix, as of course our Formula One heads over to the Red Bull Ring out in Austria next week. Of course, we take a break this week, but next week we're back onto it. And then finally, the Springboks get ready get ready for the warm-up matches as far as the Rugby Championship is concerned. Of course, they're set to host Italy in a 2-test series next month in Pretoria and Kaybee. And of course, the Springboks will then take the Azuri at Loftus Versfeld in Pretoria on Saturday, the 5th of July, and in Kaybee at the Nelson Mandela Stadium just a week afterwards. So this is, of course, in preparation for the incoming outgoing Rugby Championship tour that takes place around the latter parts of July. Part of this test, of course, part of these friendly matches, Georgia will also form part of that as well. The game against Georgia will take place on the 19th of July at the Mbombela Stadium out in Mbombela itself. That's pretty much my insight for this morning. Back again between 9 and 11 a.m. on Friday morning. Until then, that's enough said.
Thank you very much, Ralph, for that fantastic sports update. I just want to say something about Kendrick Lamar's birthday today, right?
Yes.
Yeah. How awesome he is. Like, I was checking out the BET male hip-hop artist winners.
Yeah.
Since BET started in
Yeah.
2001, Kendrick has won it most. Right? Because from 2000 to 2001, in fact, to 2010, for the other one, do it like Ja Rule, Jay-Z, Kanye West, T.I. I mean, everybody has won it twice. I think Drake won it 1, 2, 3,
Sure.
3 times. Not many
Ever
times.
since then, it's been excluded, no?
No, not because it's been excluded. Because Kendrick has been taking it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
He's been taking it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
I'm gonna
times
say
in
this
a
on the
row.
way side. I think that's just
Yeah.
biased, man.
And that's not even the past. This is in a row since 2022. So before there was 1, that's 4 times, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
That's how much times he's
Are you
taken
indirectly
it.
calling him a goat? Because the way you're reading
No.
these stats, I'm looking at you and thinking, like,
No, that's facts. I just thought
And
about
also,
that
the
right
BET
now.
awards are biased.
How are they biased?
Nah, they're biased.
How are they biased, bro?
I'm gonna stand on that. Don't argue.
Come on, bro.
It's my stance. It's like my stance with Tyler Perry. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. as it is.
just that's come on, bro. How are they biased? But yeah, it's Kendrick, guys. What else? What else would you want, guys?
Yeah.
It's Kendrick.
It is
You know
a
what I
goat.
mean?
I think what's his name? Kevin Hart gave him all his awards at once. He's like, Chief, we don't have time to be calling me up here all the time.
Like, there
You've
we
won this
go.
award. Take all your awards at once and don't come back here.
Oh my god, that was a nice one. I felt like this BET was one of the greatest. I won't lie. I feel like it was one of the
I
greatest.
saw
for
what's
me.
his lady's name? Tiana Taylor had an amazing performance. I actually underrated her until I watched her performance. I'm like, yo,
Oh, she's
you're
amazing.
actually quite
Ooh.
talented. Tiana Taylor is
No. She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's definitely, because I felt like they also brought back like the nostalgical moment for
Yeah,
this one. Yeah, I
course.
think that's what made it great,
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah. Nice throwbacks.
Yeah, because of Calvin Hart, maybe, but everybody was just gelled well. From Kai not knowing who Wale was, we're on the video call, and then he buys something. He takes something from the shelves. He goes there to the till, and then he asks for something that's called the Pompeii.
Okay.
So, what you do this when you buy things in Beijing with your palm, you just scan your palm
Oh,
like this. and that's done.
Pompeii.
Imagine. And then this guy puts his palm on the scanner and then he automatically buys the thing. They did not scan it, it just automatically does it. It knows what you're picking in the shop, and then you just go scan with your palm, and then bam. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the level of technology that they have. Like,
Yeah.
those guys are living in a different world.
No, it is. Yeah.
It's a different world.
Yeah.
This guy's like, yo, check this out. I'm like, do you're capping. Go to another shop. Let's see.
Sure.
So apparently it's the thing that you gotta have,
Yeah.
in the shop. Also, like, you went to another shop and like, yo, watch this, bro. And you went and bought a Coke, in there, and surprisingly it was Coke. I don't know if even if it exists there, but it does.
Yeah.
But he went to another shop and then same thing. I'm like, wow, this guy's
That is crazy.
how crazy is that?
Yo.
Pompeii.
Yeah, it's called Pompeii.
When I heard you say Pompeii, I'm thinking he's like adding something else.
like-
Here's some Coke in Pompeii.
And
Like,
Pompeii. He gets to the till, he scans the thing, he scans his arm, and then bam.
Obviously you're using biometrics, I'm assuming.
It is biometrics payments.
It's biometric. I don't know what it is,
how
but
is
it's
it
amazing.
picking it up? How like what is
Yeah,
that? Are they?
that's the technology is insane there. That's how much it is insane. It's more than America. We are more than America. Because remember, we had Americans come here like
Yeah, of
several
course.
times on the show,
And get
also
shocked,
telling us
yeah.
like, guys, even in your McDonald's, the
Yeah,
technology is
this
insane.
is insane. Yeah,
The McDonald's back home in America
it's
is
not like this. Even
Like,
the banks.
yeah.
Even the washing machines. Like,
Is it?
Yeah, we quite forward.